a new perspective for the meaning of Memorial Day. My most recent find started with the search for local fallen soldiers for Memorial Day of last year. Then I realized that a high percentage of the photos I was viewing from the Krum Heritage Museum as well as the Find a Grave website came from a fellow member of Find a Grave, which was a local historian. I knew his name well, as she had co-authored several books with Della, who was my mom's best friend. They wrote books on history of Krum and the surrounding area, so I clicked on the lady's profile link and saw that there were hundreds of photos that she had added to the database. They're on the Find a Grave website. And I decided to take a look at them. I spent hours upon hours looking at the photos and reading about people, some of which I remembered hearing about, and was finally able to put faces to some of the names on my family tree, which was so incredible. I remember among those hundreds of photos, there was one particular photo of someone who looked interesting. Somehow the look in that lady's eyes just reached out to me. I didn't know who she was, but somehow she looked hauntingly familiar. Her face reminded me of an old school teacher. You know the kind. She had that look on her face like she'd just sucked a lemon and was probably holding a wooden ruler to rack your knuckles with if you were caught talking or not paying attention in class. I remember looking into her eyes and wondering what her story was. But fatigue had set in after working all night, and it was way past my bedtime. So I logged off and I went to bed. Later that day, when I woke up, the first thing that popped into my head was that lady's face. And I remember thinking how strange it was to see her pop in my head. And I wondered why I would be haunted by a face of some old school teacher looking lady, and how she had probably died long before I was ever born. But after waking up and grabbing me something to drink to clear the fog out of my head, I sat down at my desk, logged on, and tried to find the lady so I could figure out who she was, and I found her. I didn't recognize her name, but after looking at the names of her family, I froze. I felt as though I had ice water running through my veins, and that I was led to her memorial page, and that was why her face haunted me. Because I soon realized that she was the mother of my great-grandfather. So that made her my great-great-grandmother. Strange thing is, I had just visited the gravesite of her son, William Silas, and her grandson, Cotton, last May with my son and his family. I was excited to get to know and research this lady, and you would think that this is a fantastic story, and it is. But I had another surprise right around the corner. After looking to see who her parents were, I came upon another incredible revelation. when I discovered that her father, Officer Riddell, my great-great-great-grandfather on my father's side, was a Dallas, Texas policeman who was killed in the line of duty in 1892. And from what I can find, he may have been the first reported officer killed in that department. Growing up, I was told that in 1923, Officer Crane, my grandmother's cousin, which is my great-great-uncle on my mom's side, was killed while on foot patrol in downtown Dallas, and that our family was the family point of contact for honoring his memory. But to discover that I had two police officers, both from different sides of the family, that were with the same department, who died in the line of duty just 30 years apart, was mind-blowing, to say the least. I mean, what are the chances of something like that, right? The month of May is the month that most police departments have ceremonies memorializing their fallen police officers. And I will be putting out a video in memory of both my ancestors, along with newspaper clippings from that time. If you're a family historian or genealogist, falling down a rabbit hole and discovering treasure is probably nothing new to you. But you'll understand how exciting this is. It is my pleasure to introduce to you my family, some who I am lucky enough to have with me now in the physical world, some of which I had the luck to know, and some that have passed many, many years before I was born, but have reached out to get my attention. I still don't know if my great-great-grandmother was a school teacher. Maybe, maybe not. Perhaps she just had that look and used it to stick inside my brain so I wouldn't forget her and would eventually research who she was. However it happened, I'm glad it did. If you want to see the videos of my two ancestors who were Dallas policemen who were killed in the line of duty, and the Memorial Day video of the soldiers who died while serving our country, and hear their stories, hit the subscribe button and the little bell icon so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. I owe a thank you to Catherine Dodd in Krum, Texas, for uploading the information into the Find a Grave website, and to Della Davis, who was almost as excited as I was that I discovered my great-great-grandmother, who was buried just down the street from me. And to all who spend their time and energies towards making the genealogical websites and databases what they are now. If this were not available, I'm not sure I would have ever discovered that many hidden gems and heroes in my ancestry. Just hours ago, I was notified that Della Davis, my second mom, my mom's best friend, has passed. This video is dedicated to her and in her memory. She loved history. She loved researching, finding out who people were, and showing the world our history. She was very proud of who she came from. Della, this one's for you, hon. I love you, and I miss you. Tell Mom and Dad hello, and if you see Bill Cluck, tell him I always loved him. Thanks for listening.